How do you actually add weight in a healthy way? How do you add healthy muscle mass without fucking up your hormones, as usually all the gym bros do? This also works for dropping weight. So you can drop your weight with this method and maintain your natural weight. I never could gain as much weight as I wanted to. I was always skinny, more of an ectomorph body type, and I always find it hard to gain weight. So when I started to lift weights at 15 years old, I gained muscle mass quickly in the beginning, but after a year or two, it kind of capped. So I couldn't gain any more weight. I wanted to go like over 80 kilograms, so like over 175 pounds, but it was kind of impossible for me. Now I'm like 165, so 75 kilograms. Even reaching 75 kilograms for me back in the day was very challenging. However, I could have done it very easily if I had only eaten in a certain way. But I made a mistake when I was 15, and I would go, if I could go back and change it, I would, because the way I started eating, the way my eating habits were when I started training, they weren't the best. So it was obviously like not clean bulking. It was very dirty bulking. I ate breads, pasta, donuts, whatever, chocolate, ice cream, all this stuff that you might hear that you can eat if you want to bulk, if you want to gain muscle mass. But that's not an optimal way to go about it. And in the long run, I can say from experience that you will fuck up your hormones like hormones play a massive role in everything, like your mood, you think about your testosterone, nervous system, your blood flow, everything. Like if you fuck up your hormonal health with a poor diet, it's not fucking worth it. So fast forward to me turning 30 years old, I decided to go cut out all the carbs. I've been like carb driven all my life, not metabolically flexible, meaning I couldn't utilize the fat I was eating. So first thing, you want to become metabolically flexible. You want to be able to utilize the fat you eat, and you actually want to eat healthy fats. You've heard that before, eat healthy fats. But the mistake usually people do is they eat healthy fats, but they eat those dirty carbs. The approach wasn't just about going like low carb and keto. The main point was keeping a strong basis. The strong basis was meat, eggs, and fat, like healthy fats like butter, ghee, animal fats, tallow, lard, those sorts of fats. Don't even think about seed oils. We don't talk about that crap here. Think about what brought us here. We've always eaten fats. We've always eaten animals. We've always eaten animal fats. That's evolution. That's what brought us here to this day. And today, people are eating all sorts of like processed bullshit and getting like unhealthier. So it's obvious that if you have a strong basis, you eat those clean, healthy fats, saturated fats. You eat the cholesterol, which isn't unhealthy also. It's all a myth, because cholesterol is what drives, like it keeps your hormones healthy, especially testosterone, and for women also estrogen. So fast forward to when I was 15 to 30 years old, I decided to cut out all the carbs, which was a mistake. I had side effects. I had like heart palpitations and stuff like that. I didn't end up in hospital, fortunately, but that can happen. So if you decide to cut out the carbs, do it gradually, because if you've been carb driven your whole life, don't suddenly change into fat. Like, people have done it. I've heard like stories where people change from high carb to high fat and they're like feeling better, they're feeling fine. And obviously I started feeling very good when I got over the adaptation phase. The initial thing that happened was I dropped from like 72 kilos to 62 kilos. So I lost like 10 kilos. I lost like 22 pounds or so. And that was a shock to my body. My body was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Where's the carbs? I've been eating carbs all my life. Now you're feeding, my body was like, now you're feeding me this bullshit fat. Where's the carbs, motherfucker? You know, like, it was awful. Eventually, I started gaining my weight back. And this is the point. I started to maintain the weight. My weight didn't drop like it used to drop, like very quickly, because when I ate those carbs, it was just like water weight. So when I started eating meat, I had a strong basis: meat, eggs, and butter, and a couple of fruits here and there, a couple of veggies here and there. But not 80-90% meat and eggs and butter. So that way I was able to sustain my natural weight, which is now like 75 to 78 kilograms, so 165 to 172 pounds. So if you want to do a bulk, here's the trick. Just do it in a healthy way. Just eat more fat, because when I ate more fat, I became pretty like bulky. I noticed that you can also bulk with fat. Obviously, like some people can't eat like unlimited amounts of fat. I did like a pretty high fat diet back in the day, well, like a year ago. If you find it hard to eat fat, just add a couple fruits maybe. Then it will also help. Like, eat lots of protein. Protein keeps you satiated. You won't want to eat any bullshit foods. You will always stay satiated. You don't need to eat more than a couple meals per day. High protein, high fat. That's the way to go about like either gaining weight or dropping weight, and like staying at your normal weight. That it works both ways. It works like wonders. So lots of evidence that high protein and high fat work as it's almost like a stabilizer. It stabilizes your hormones, your weight, everything, your fitness. You don't even have to move insane amounts of, you don't have to do insane amounts of exercise. So that's pretty cool. About the protein, basic, aim for, if I'm 165 pounds, I try to eat 160, 170 grams of protein per day. It's not always possible, but I try to. A kilogram of meat, add some eggs on top, and you're good to go. For example, today I ate a couple pounds of lamb, and in the evening I ate a couple 200 grams of fish and 4 eggs. You don't need to track calories. That way you will become very good at eating intuitively. You will feel when you're hungry, and you will feel when you need more. And if you feel like you need more in terms of like you want to bulk and gain some muscle, you just eat more of the meat and fat. That's the way to do it. Add a couple fruits here and there, maybe some veggies if you want, avocado, whatever. And you don't need to be fucking up your hormonal health like I did since I was 15. I ate like from 14, 15 to 30, I ate anything I wanted. I ate like I used to eat like the majority of my life. I didn't change anything. I always ate like high carb diet and very little real protein. So I'm talking about protein like not from any weird powders or protein bars. I'm talking about real protein from eggs and meat. So that's what you should eat if you want to either gain weight, maintain the weight, and gain healthy muscle mass, and fix your hormones and like fix your body holistically. Or if you want to drop fat and lean out, it works both ways. Don't be afraid of the fat. Fat won't make you fat. Fat will make you good at utilizing the fat in your body, especially when you eat the healthy fats. So go and do that if you want to bulk or drop and cut weight. So yeah, that's my 2 cents for today, and see you tomorrow. Ciao.